Coming up, we take a closer look at how Eastern Kentucky's tourism business is doing.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 11.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. A few places saw some storms tonight, but most of the action is expected during the day tomorrow. We've declared a severe weather alert day due to the threat for strong to severe storms. Meteorologist Evan Hatter joins us now with the latest. Evan?
That's right, Steve. For the most part, we have stayed on the quiet side tonight. Unfortunately, some of us are dealing with a few scattered showers and storms around the mountains. Let's get the right camera pulled up, and here we go. iNav camera at UVA-wise, mid-60s out there this evening. You can kind of see some of those low clouds and that fog working in already. Areas that saw rain earlier on today, you're going to see some of that fog overnight. Into the low 70s right now at London Corbin Airport, seeing an increase in the cloud cover this evening. High temperatures today, they got warm in some spots. How about 87 in Monticello, 84 London and Jackson. So it was a toasty one out there for some. Still in the low 70s out there. Some of us already in the upper 60s thanks to some showers pushing on through. For the most part, what's out to our west has faded, but that front is still there, and we are still dealing with a few pop-up downpours in parts of Knott County, parts of Clay, Bell, into Leslie and Harlan counties this evening. None of that is severe, but scattered showers and storms will be with us overnight, mid-60s for those overnight lows. I'll have the very latest on when we could see an increase in the storm chances and strong storms coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
Evan, thank you. Local tourism is booming once again, and some tourism directors say they even expect this summer to bring out larger crowds at events than they saw before the pandemic. WYMT's Jade Saylor talked with tourism directors in our region to see how the kickoff to summer is going.
The past 2 summers may have consisted of your favorite local summer festivals, events, concerts, and more being canceled.
2020, half of 2021 or something, most of 2021 was rough for the tourism industry in general. Unless you just had a boat, a camper, or you was an avid hiker.
But this summer, things are returning to normal. Tourism directors are seeing an increase in ticket sales and crowds at local events.
Manchester Music Fest in September, the VIP tickets went on sale Saturday at noon, and we have sold 60% of those tickets in less than a week.
Some believe tourism is up everywhere, even more than before the pandemic.
As far as it being a record year for tourism, really, I think all over the country.
And it's bringing visitors from other states to our region to explore.
The unique things, since the pandemic is that we are seeing people come from places that we haven't seen in the past.
After spending 2 summers inside and apart, people are more eager than before to get out in their community.
There's been so much pent-up demand the last 2 years that now, the floodgates have kind of opened and people are looking for any opportunity they can to experience something new and different.
Manchester and Corbin have several summer tourism events coming up, as well as others in our region that you can find on their Facebook pages. Jade Saylor, WYMT Mountain News.
Several communities in the mountains have kicked off the summer with large crowds at their annual festivals, and there are plenty more scheduled to follow around the mountains, but directors say to be on the lookout because you might find new events going on for the first time. Aiming to help bring more adventure seekers to the area, the nonprofit organization Backroads of Appalachia is set to launch a GoTo Trail App for motorsport enthusiasts or anyone else looking to see what the region has to offer. From trails and lodging to food and sightseeing, the app will give tourists turn-by-turn navigation for 33 Kentucky counties, 3 southern West Virginia counties, and 2 southwest Virginia counties.
Another game changer for this mobile app for groups of people. They can build an itinerary as a group where they all can know exactly where they're going next, and the mobile application will take them to the next location. And its sole purpose is to keep people in Eastern Kentucky 3 to 5 business days.
The free mobile app will launch Friday and can be utilized by iPhone and Android users. Hubbard adds that in the future he plans to expand the app to include more states. High gas prices have left many with few options on how to save. That's what drivers are telling us in southern Kentucky. Gas in Pulaski County jumped yesterday, like in many areas of the state. WYMT's Phil Pendleton talked to drivers about how they are dealing with it.
Yes, would you like to see my empty wallet?
Tim Hackney is spending almost $100 filling up his truck that isn't even on empty.
I'm feeling the pain, brother. It hurts.
Hackney travels from Cincinnati to Somerset once a week.
And I have a few cows and small farm, and I come down once a week. It's $85 up and back before I do anything.
300-gallon fuel a day.
He and others need to drive just to work, and they're seeing their profits dwindle. Question is, can they do anything to save some money or gas?
The only thing I can do is stop coming, and that means I'm not spending dollars, and that's not helping the economy.
On average in Pulaski County, what I've been able to see, most stations are selling it now at $4.79 a gallon. However, a few have edged past the $4.80 mark, such as this Shell station on US 27. The gas station employee says she doesn't see drivers cutting back anytime soon. People say going places is just necessary for what they do.
So when you work in construction, it's all over the place, you know, so you gotta go get materials and haul and stuff. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Everything's going up.
Hoping what comes up will eventually come down. In Pulaski County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Bluegrass AAA says both national and statewide averages have surged as much as 36 cents in just 1 week. As some drivers look for ways to cut down on gas, others could be looking to go electric, but that could come with its own issues. One electric vehicle advocate says he is saving money, but he says it's legislation that could use a tune-up. Michael Proctor is a board member of Evolve KY that promotes the adoption of electric vehicles and charging stations. He's scheduled to meet with the city of Winchester to add a charging station downtown there. Proctor wants 12 more charging stations around the state installed before July.
We want to make sure that they understand what's at stake here and give them all the information they need to make a decision as rapidly as they feel that they can make it.
Proctor says EVs make up just 1% of all vehicles on the road in Kentucky. Proctor also says there are some potholes on the road to going full EV. Those roadblocks include a shortage of computer chips for production and a lack of state tax incentives for purchasing an EV. A former All-American basketball player has made an impact beyond the court here in Hazard. Johnny Cox won a state championship in 1955 with Hazard High School and then a national championship with Kentucky in 1958. Cox lives in Hazard and visits the Hazard Perry County Senior Citizen Center almost every morning. He says he hopes things continue to improve post-COVID.
No, it's grown a whole lot. They get better in time whenever they get rid of that bug they got.
Next year will be the 65th anniversary of Cox and the Cats' 1958 National Championship. Cox is now 85 years old. Moonlight Pathways in Pikeville is hoping to create a path to pride for Eastern Kentucky's LGBTQ+ community. From the crystals and candles sold at the spiritual shop to the salt room and books, the mission has always been to create a welcoming place of love and light, which is why owner Tanya Jones says she was burdened to create a resource center full of literature and information to people in the LGBTQ community, seeing in her own life that resources have not always been readily available.
Because there's no information at that time. There wasn't someplace someone could go and say, well, I think I may be questioning my identity. Where can I turn? Doctors weren't accepting in this area, for that, and therapists.
The store is located in the Town and Country Shopping Center in Pikeville next to Economy Drug. Wildlife rescuers say about half of all animals brought to them do not need to be saved, and they say when people step in, it actually hurts their chances for survival. The founder of Second Chances Wildlife Center in Mount Washington says the phone calls have not stopped all week. She said the first big mistake people make is taking them, or as she calls it, accidentally kidnapping them.
They're opening up the refrigerator door. Here comes problem number 2. They're feeding them cow milk that you and I would drink. Wild animals cannot absorb the good nutrients and the calcium from there, and it often will give them diarrhea and dehydrate them anymore.
Second Chances Wildlife also has a species by species breakdown of what to look out for and what to do with each animal. We have that link on our website at WYMT.com. Coming up on Mountain News at 11, a group is trying to stop a new development from being built near the Red River Gorge.
And it feels and looks like summer around the mountains during the afternoon hours, and that continued into the evening. The latest on when we could see strong to severe storms up next.
We are Pikeville Medical Center.